So I saw this ad in this magazine, an airline magazine, and I called and said, I've got to have a pool. I felt like I could do a lot more with my time if I had an extra hour and a half a day. A regular pool, first of all, you have turns that you have to concentrate on. Here, it's endless. You're swimming in place, which is a great opportunity to be able to work on your stroke technique and work on the mechanics of the stroke.
I feel I'm as fit as I was when I was ski racing. The endless pool has a wide variety of uses. It not only can be used, of course, for swimming, but it can be used for the vertical exercise that I do. The kids can use it. It's so many of the exercise products out there have one use and one use only.
For example, my wife is not a proficient swimmer, and she loves this because it's constant swimming.
My business was taking off, and I was really struggling with all of the public pools that I had to use. The scheduling conflicts were just becoming so great, and I was so frustrated, and yet my husband knew how much I loved what I did. He also was having back trouble at the time. He couldn't walk across the kitchen, which was about 12 feet. So the pool is something that he will need to use forever. 2 weeks ago, he ran a marathon, and he's now fully recovered, but a lot of it has to do with his pool workouts.
Stroke technique is critical because in an endless pool, it's so easy to be able to watch technique. You're on top of the person, watching their technique. They're not moving and you're not moving, so you're not having to take your eye off the swimmer. And because they're swimming in place, you can actually watch the technique from yourself. If you have a mirror in the bottom of the pool like we do, we have an underwater mirror, you can actually see the manipulation of the water, the different sculling and the different motions underneath the water. It's very important to remember you have that S-type pattern in the water. You can see that perfect in an endless pool because you're stationary. And because you're stationary and you're swimming against this current, you're able to adapt your type of style to the kind of stroke that you need to have. I do a lot of great kicking drills in my pool. When I get a kickboard, I get a great workout, a great burning workout with my legs with a kickboard. In fact, of my 45 minutes, I probably spend at least 15 minutes just kicking because I really like the effect. One of the things you don't want to do when you're kicking is to have your feet break the surface of the water, and you can become a little bit lazy in a regular lap pool because your feet can tend to leave the water. And once they start slapping the water, it's like a propeller putting it on top of the water. It's not going to do you any good. An endless pool kind of forces you to kick more and keeps your kick more in a streamlined position. Sometimes I'll use the bar as a stationary position without the current itself. Sometimes I won't even turn the current on, and I can do some kicking just like this. A lot of times when I'm helping my wife or my children with their kick, I'll have them, instead of using the kickboard, just grab the bar, and I can show them exactly what I want done with their kick. It's better with a kickboard, but I do use the bar sometimes, and my wife uses the bar a lot when she's doing water aerobics with her legs. You know, I'm not a water aerobic person, but my wife does a lot of stuff with her legs, and she does it off the bar. My wife was a water aerobics instructor when we lived in Hawaii. This pool is perfect because you can see up to me, I'm 6'1", so it's deep enough for my wife, who's like 5'5", to be able to get underneath the water and do the types of exercises that she loves doing. In fact, she can do a full weight type workout in the water.
say, isn't that boring? It's not, because when I get in the pool, I start literally floating away. My mind, I'm getting the same high that I get running on land. I'm solving the day's problems. I'm solving, all my kids' schedules, everything.
The speed of the current is perfect for me. It can't get any faster. I wouldn't want it any faster. And I've gone pretty fast in my life, and I don't need it any faster. If I've got it at top speed up around 1500 PSIs, I feel like I'm going about minute pace, and that's fast. Nobody's going to be going minute pace. I don't know if it really is that fast, but it sure feels that fast. I know what a minute feels like when I'm swimming a 100-yard freestyle. The size is perfect. It's perfect. It's not too wide, not too narrow. I've been in the flume in Colorado Springs, and I feel like I'm claustrophobic in there. Because I feel like my stroke is like this instead of more free and loose and relaxed, what you should be, especially in a freestyle stroke. I can do butterfly if I want to. I can do breaststroke. I can do all 4 strokes without touching or hitting anything. Yet it's narrow enough to, if I want to stop, or if I want to have just take a break, I can slip over to the side and sit down. And it's wide enough to where as I can swim, my kids can be sitting on the side of the pool. But when I first thought about getting it, I worried about that. I thought, well, how am I going to swim and still have my children in there enjoying it? I'm swimming while they're in the pool. They're just along the sides, which is where they're at anyway. And all 3 of them get in the pool, and you turn the current on, and they just think it's great. I like the pool warm. I keep mine about 86, 87 degrees, and a lot of people would think that's way too warm. They like the water warm, and they stay in it a long time. I have to kick them out when I'm in there. Okay, kids, it's been an hour and a half. We're waterlogged. It's time to get out.
It has been an added benefit because since I have started all of this water exercise, I never think about my weight. And when I do go to the doctors once a year, I'm the same weight or a few pounds less. Some people say, oh, it's boring just to run in a pool, but not if you're a runner, because running in the water, you get the same high that you do running on land. In 1 hour, every movement I make forward, I also make in reverse. I'm always pushing 11 times the resistance that I would be if I were on land, because water is 11 times more resistant than air. Oftentimes people will watch me in the pool and they'll say, well, that's fine for you, you're an Olympic athlete. But I couldn't begin to do that. And I'll say, try it.
It takes me 45 minutes in an endless pool what I would have to do in an hour and 15 minutes in a regular lap pool.